Welcome back to another episode of Clover Nova Notes. I am your host, Miss Clover Nova, and I am accompanied here with my two lovely, talented, beautiful co-hosts, Mrs. Coco.
Hello.
And Mr. Sean Success.
What up?
And I want to start by saying I apologize to Mr. Sean Success for calling him Sean West last show. I don't know where that came from.
Well, it's all good.
But let me just say, it led me to go west from my location to a church where he gave an awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome
Thank you so much.
Sean West takes on a whole nother meaning now.
Come
on.
So how was you guys' weekend overall? I want to start off by that, just saying how you guys' weekend was. Miss Coco.
Mine was awesome. It was a rough week to start, just work issues, but yesterday, it was such an incredible day. Like, we went into the house of the Lord and Mr. Sean Success gave the word. When I tell you the word,
successful word.
Oh my God. I did not sleep. When I tell y'all I was up all night, throughout the night, I was up. Just so much just really touched me. Like, the word was for me. Like, yeah, great job, dude. Like,
thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So that inspired today's topic. It's all about impacting and empowering your community and the culture, period. I want to touch base on some things that may have impacted your life or some things you've done to impact other people's lives. And we already discussed the Sean impacted our lives at the sermon yesterday, because I haven't been going to church in 11 years. Was really moved by that, and of course I'll be back. But I just want to touch on some impactful things that I felt I've done to impact other people's lives. I do recall a time I came up with, me and a couple other friends came up with giving lunch bags to the homeless on the tent city. I, living in Chicago all my life, has never even heard of a tent city until recent years. And when I heard of it, it's called Tent City, where people actually just live in tents, and they're under the viaduct. I think it's up north. They migrate them, which is really sad that when they have big events in Chicago, they'll migrate them out the way and close it down. So we came up with, getting loaves of bread, sandwich meat, chips, fruit, and packing them in these bags. And even on the way to Tent City, we were giving them out to the homeless people that were on the way. And I think that was very impactful.
Awesome.
So that made me feel good to see that they were appreciative of that. So you guys have anything that you've done or someone has done to impact your life?
Well, I did a lot of great things for the youth growing up. I used to work at Joseph Warren Elementary School, located on the east side of Chicago. And just being in that situation, dealing with the youth and being around kids that was unfortunate, didn't have any role models, any parents. And, I had to just step in and be a motivator to encourage and to influence the youth. It was impactful to me because it made me a better dad to my daughters. It made me see things in their lives in a different perspective, where as a kid growing up, I had a majority of enough and people on the outside of my family that was also involved in raising me as well. It's take a village to raise these children out here today. Everybody got to have their hands on deck, right?
Sure.
Just being in that atmosphere, that environment where I can share my knowledge and wisdom to the youth, it really did something to me, man. It was just like, okay, now I'm so adamant and passionate about helping the youth at this particular time. And now here I am ministering and counseling the youth and some adults. We all need help in some type of way. So that really was an impactful moment in my life and a turning point also in my life, man. And thank you guys for just coming out. I had an amazing weekend, by the way.
Yeah. That was a perfect way to wrap up any kind of weekend that may have been less than amazing. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate you for doing that. I
Thank
appreciate
you
you for inspiring me to be a little more comfortable just even on this platform, like just talking and I've been introverted. I'm an extrovert, but I've been introverted through experiences with people. It kind of led me to keep to myself and not be on the scene as much. So that right there, stepping out of your comfort zone, I don't know if it was your comfort zone, but stepping out of your comfort zone to speak to people, which was the biggest audience, I was told, was very inspiring to me. So
yeah, actually, it was, in a way, I feel that it was uncomfortable, but that's when you're supposed to work at your best, when you're uncomfortable and you're back against the wall. So yeah, I was a little nervous to see that many people in the crowd, but man, it motivated me, it inspired me. And so God had used me in a way where, man, I surpassed the expectations of my own. So thank you.
To God be the glory.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Miss Coco?
So I started that, if I can remember, it was 2012 with Pastor John F. Hanna with New Life.
Yes.
He does something that he prays on the 9, which is 79th Street. And just every block we're praying, but then also cleaning up Greenwood. We go block to block, cleaning up. And that's when it really started. I was like, whoa, we are really seeing a change in the community, because a lot of people just will litter, throw something out your window, don't think twice. But when you're out there and it's clean, it's going to make you think like, wait a minute, it's clean. Why would I throw my pop bottle or water bottle out the window? It makes them reconsider that. So that's when it really started. But over the years, I've done something with New Life as well. When we go and wash laundry for whomever, it doesn't have to be the less fortunate, but whoever's in a laundromat, we'll just go and just wash their clothes for them. We just give them the money, put it in the machine. And up until recently, I would just go and give out food. I had a lady that lived under my building at work. I just had some sort of connection to the lady. She had so many issues. I love her to this day. I haven't seen her in about 6 months, but I know all is well with her. She doesn't take anything from people, but she did allow me to start giving her food. I went on a shopping spree and got her some clothes and shoes, rain boots. Like, she was so appreciative. So to me, it's the little things that you can do for a person that can change their world. So I'm all about the community, giving back. And it doesn't always have to be money. Like,
absolutely,
they just need a listening ear sometimes.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm all for it. So,
and sometimes just smiling at somebody, you never know what they go through. Just smiling on passing can make a person just change their whole, vibe of the day. So I think it's very important to be conscious of, like in the sermon yesterday, your words have power, and your words speak volumes to people. So I think choosing our words more carefully when we're speaking, even when we're thinking about people. See, Sean, you still impacting me today.
Oh, you're gonna have a good week there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a very good week. Yes. My mom was good. I brought my mom along. She enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
And we're planning on coming back. Okay. So y'all see me looking to the left and right. I'm trying to coordinate. For some reason, the Facebook comments again are not showing up on here, so I have to kind of like watch both the comments. But if anybody that's watching this on Facebook right now, if you guys want to comment and be a part of the conversation, I really implore you guys to go to YouTube and watch this so I can see the comments on the chat and on this platform in the chat, because I thought I got it together, but I don't.
It's all good.
So did we get tagged on Facebook?
Huh?
Did we get tagged on Facebook?
You can, but the comments they don't show up here where I can
Right.
see them and actually place them maybe on the board.
Right.
We can still comment on them, but um, so if you guys want to get your comments, you know, if you have something to comment on as far as the show, it would be best to do that on YouTube, but you can watch on Facebook, definitely. So next question, I want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel that music is shaping our culture? Do you think we're going backwards, or do you think there are enough artists making a big impact on our communities and impacting the youth in a positive way?
No,
I agree.
no,
They're not enough.
no.
I agree too. I agree. There's a lot of trendy billboard chopping artists, and there's not enough positive music. And I felt like um, even when I was doing music, not too long ago, I felt like I wasn't connecting with the culture in an appropriate way. I was doing trendy music, or music I thought that would just raise the club up and not actually impact people's lives. And I feel that there are some artists that do impact people's lives. One of them, you know, who I like, who's kind of eccentric with his approach to impacting the community, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
He's nice. He's
definitely.
nice.
yeah, artists like Lupe Fiasco, Chance the Rapper,
Yeah.
um,
Oh, yeah.
who give back to the community not only just through their music, but through
Yeah.
their example of, you know, just being a positive leader in the community as well.
Yeah.
Um, what artists do you guys feel like is impacting the community versus artists that are maybe leading us backwards? And I'm sure it's going to be some
Mm.
popular artists, and I don't want to step on any toes. Artists we're just talking about having an impact. I'm sure the artists that are topping the charts know that they're not like leading them to become a better person in a positive way. So
Mm.
if there are any artists out there that are watching this or will be watching this is
That's
not a diss.
that's that's a great question. Being almost 45 years old, man, I love the old hip hop. I grew
Mhm.
up where music had substance
Yes.
and it was relevance at that time and era where I was growing up. I look at the people like Pac had an impact on my life because he was a great poet,
Hmm.
even though he had issues outside of music, but his music registered today as one of the legends. Then we have Nas, Scarface, Master P, Jay-Z, Jeezy, which is one of my favorites. Ross is one of my favorites. I just think we are in a different era of music where now the younger generations had took this torch, and now they progressing in the way that a young person will be gravitating and more influenced to where I'm looking at the words of wisdom and understanding and how to apply to my life to be better in my community,
Yeah.
a better dad in the household. It was just
Mhm.
substance, how to get money, create money, and generate money. This generation here is getting the money, but
Yeah.
they misleading us in the wrong direction,
Right.
right?
Right.
So it's like it's a bigger influence on our sons and daughters where it's okay to be this person when you're really that person, in a fact where you being misled to really stand your ground on what you believe in.
Right.
Uh, I look at far as the streets, the drugs, the crime, all that plays a part with a young person's mental, and it becomes traumatizing, right?
Mhm.
And then it's okay to have that register in your spirit. Then you go out and commit the crime, and it's like, wow, music pushes you to do something that you feel that it would be consequences behind it, right? So you
Right.
have to be careful with what type of music. But it's two artists before I go that I really like, and it's Lil Durk and maybe Drake. Lil Durk being from the city of Chicago, I like it because he rap and he have that different type of energy, and yeah, that's cool. He cool with me.
Yeah. I think he's popular with a lot of the youth today.
Yeah,
They gravitate to the music. I felt okay. So this is going to be a little controversial. I feel like at the beginning of his career, Kanye made a good impact, and I
Yeah.
think that through all the controversy in his personal life, he's kind of like shifting the gears. Do you guys think he's shifting the gear backwards, or is it just on another level?
Yeah, Kanye, man, you know what? I didn't mention him in my 5 or 6 that I had, but he's definitely having an impact on the whole world because he believed what he believed in, right? And that's your first commandment, man. Is you have the right to express yourself,
Yeah.
right? So I think he's moving the culture forward. If you really pay attention to him, some people say, "Oh, he crazy, he ain't got it all," but the man is very smart in a way where it would make sense later on for the people that really paying attention to him. So
Yeah.
yeah, yay, that's kudos to him.
I think oftentimes he's misinterpreted in his approach,
Oh
and
yeah,
really
yeah,
he
yeah.
has a very unorthodox way of delivering his messages. And if you're not used to that, if he doesn't explain, I think he puts a lot of content out that he doesn't go into detail explaining, and that's what leads people to make their own assumptions about why he do the things he do.
If I ain't mistaken, is Kanye a Virgo? Let's see.
That's a good question too. I know he's not
Let
a
me
Leo.
see. Oh, if he a Virgo, I mean,
He's
hey,
definitely not a
we
Leo.
are some of the brightest people on earth. So let me find it out. Let me go.
Says a Virgo.
Huh?
Is it?
Says a
He's not.
Virgo. Only a Virgo.
Yeah, we misunderstood.
So yeah.
Okay. Um,
I'm not really into like rap music. So like I can't really relate to y'all. Now I can say I don't think Chief Keef, Chi-Town's own, would be, a person I would say, yeah, listen to his music. No. Drake, he has a different kind of approach to music.
Yeah.
So I would say I would listen to Drake, Tyler the Creator, my boy with the kick push. Like, yes, I will listen
yes,
to
Lupe.
yeah,
Yes.
I will listen to songs like that. But
And we can't forget Common. I'm sorry.
Oh
Common.
yeah,
but
absolutely.
you
Common legend.
don't really
Yes.
consider, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's a rapper, but I don't see Common as a rapper, so he wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Huh?
Wow, that's interesting.
Now
Top 5 MC in Chicago. What are you saying?
I understand you feel away. Shout out to Common.
Yeah. That was Southside.
But wait, so
Yeah.
if you don't see him as a rapper, like what kind of artist would you play? What category would you place him in? Like he's not a singer, definitely. So
He's an actor now. I don't know that
Musically,
Common
we talking about
Musically.
I don't know that
musically,
he's putting out
Coco.
music anymore. I mean, I guess is he a retired rapper now? I don't know.
No, you know what? He's actually on a couple gospel songs for real.
So
So
now
he still's
talk about
relevant.
like Christian and gospel music, I could relate. But we talking about rap, and all I hear now is, Pap Out, Shoot 'em Up, or some Megan Thee Stallion, some Nicki Minaj, like just taken. It's I don't want my daughter growing up listening to that kind of music, so I can't relate to the rappers. And then with Tupac, like I was never a Tupac fan.
What? Oh,
wow, wait a minute. Now Tupac,
fire her.
you get a pink slip for that.
Fire her.
Tupac was the
What?
voice of the community. We didn't have
Someone
a voice.
is going to relate to me in the comments. They're gonna say, Miss Coco,
Hey,
free with
Stop it.
you have your reasons, and I'm very interested in seeing what those reasons, hearing what those reasons are for not gravitating to. Even if he wasn't a rapper, I can kind of see how you would probably say that because he did, he was very hardcore in his delivery. But when he touched on the community and what was going on in the community, he educated the masses, whether they wanted to listen to it or not. He had his shirt off, he had his bald head, he had his bandana. The way he delivered the music may not have been popular, but what he was saying was very direct and it was unapologetic and it was what the streets were feeling.
West
Side. I was a Biggie fan.
Okay.
I was a Biggie fan. Oh,
Oh, I thought she said she wasn't.
Ah,
no,
Okay.
I was a Biggie fan. I would listen to Biggie any day to this day.
Okay,
But
but can you listen to Biggie and not be a Tupac? I mean, can you not be a Tupac fan and be a Biggie fan for the same? Like, I don't. Biggie didn't really. Biggie made music for us, but he wasn't really like reaching the politics of music. So it's
yes,
it's kind of it's kind of like, how can you be a Biggie fan and not a Tupac fan? Biggie was talking to us, but
true,
Tupac was talking to everybody about us.
true. Speak.
I listen to some of the stuff that Tupac said now, and it's like, oh, okay. But back then, when Tupac was Tupac,
Okay,
I wasn't a fan of Tupac.
you
Like I
Mm,
you
kept
redeemed some points.
mm,
keep that pink slip, keep that pink
You
slip.
was on a chopping block, honey.
mm.
Okay, so now and you know what? And that's a testament to music being a long lasting thing. Music can, like Michael Jackson said, he's gonna live forever. People thought he was crazy. He literally meant he's gonna live forever because he's still alive now. His music is still relevant and still touching the hearts of people. So music is something that you can leave an imprint on generations to come, long after you're gone. Um, yeah, so I feel like, um, going into another topic. I'm waiting. I'm okay. I'm just gonna be transparent. I'm waiting on our guests to show up.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to dive into those things.
Yes.
So what? I don't even know what to ask next. What do you guys? In the comments, leave in the comments artists that you feel are pushing the community forward with their music. I want to see what you guys think.
That's
The
good.
artists that are pushing the community forward in a positive way, and building, and whether it's uniting people, whether it's inspiring people to be better than themselves, or something that's healing to people who are maybe hurt in our community, or music that speaks to people who don't have no idea what our community and culture is about. Who is that artist for you guys in the comments that speaks to the community in a positive way? I'm looking forward to reading those comments today.
Shout out to Chance the Rapper.
Yes, definitely.
Shout out to my man, Realionaire Money. Realionaire Money. Shout out to
Millionaire
him.
money. Yes,
He's moving the culture forward. I'm excited. I'm excited for real. This is
I
new
am.
music with substance.
Yes, and I love what he's doing with his music, as far as lyrically. He's talking to us about empowering us. It's not putting us down. It's not making us feel like I have this, na. None of that. It's very much just like with, okay, let's talk about chasing bags for a minute. Chasing bags.
Yes, talk about it.
There are gems in chasing bags. He's talking about everything from investing in stock. Like, who's doing that in music? Who's directing you guys to invest in stock? To give back to your community, to not talk about guns and all this fighting and whatever. I really love his album. Stream it, you guys, on all major platforms.
Yeah.
You guys
Bars of
know what I'm
Revolution.
talking about. I am talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millionaire Money.
Oh,
This guy here is impacting the culture in a very positive way. I love what he's doing.
yeah.
Streaming on all streaming platforms. He has good content on there that your kids can listen to.
Yes.
People that may not know how to impact people through music. Other artists can listen to this and get inspired. I'm definitely inspired to create more music that speaks to people in a positive way. Listening to this, and he does it in a very tasteful way.
Yes.
As well.
For sure.
I was just, I just watched the video this morning, Chasing Bags video, and I was like, wow, it was a big flex video. But it was gems in it. Like he's literally sitting on a plane telling people to invest in stocks, and
Yeah.
and I was just like, wow, that was very unique to me.
Yes.
Um, he's also a fitness director um, at Hybrid Impact Fitness. I had to get that right because I didn't want to mess up the words. Hybrid Impact Fitness. That's kind of where he started his transition from um, his life before any kind of giving back to the community. He started there. He linked up with a guy also named Greg. And I don't want to mess up his name, but it's Point du Jour. I hope that's the way you pronounce it, because
Background.
if not, send me a voice clip saying the
Yeah.
name so I can get it right next time. But they kind of link together,
Yeah.
What's
which
that in the
is
background? What's
I'm gonna
that?
get it. I'm gonna get it to God. Let me do it.
We can't give the people everything, right? We gotta wait till he come on.
So he linked up with another guy, and if he jumps in here, he'll be able to better explain this to me, because I was going to ask him the questions, but um, and they kind of work together to build this what I would call an empire
Definitely.
um, of different companies like Realionaire Lifestyle Apparel.com. He's selling merchandise.
Yes.
He like she was saying in the background, he has written a book, and I'm inspired because I want to write a book about my life too, but it's called Background Check, you guys. And I had to flip
Yes.
my camera around, which is why I'm having a hard time kind of angling it.
Welcome to
Background Check.
things.
This book here is not just a book. Okay, let me touch on this book. This book is not just a book. It is a workbook. Okay. Many people have put out books about their life, and it's a good read. But this right here, you can not only read this, but there are assignments in here, guys.
Mm.
Here for you to think about. And I hope he doesn't mind me opening up the book just to read a couple of questions that they're asking in this book. And it's 7 keys to unlocking success in life
Mm.
and business. And I don't have his permission to do this, but I'm going to apologize later if I don't. I'm just going to flip something random, okay? Where are you currently? Okay, something to think about. Write down 3 strengths or things you feel are natural gifts, and then write down 2 different ways you can generate income from those strengths and gifts. There are many assignments like that, and it's sprinkled in the reading, and it gives you an in-depth background of where he started from, which is very relatable to a lot of people in our community, and how he got to where he's making bags that he's chasing
Mm.
now, to how he can also teach you guys
Come on.
and us
Mm.
how to chase the bags too. So this
Mm.
book right here is a read. It's a manual. It's a self-help book. It's a gym book. Order this book, you guys, on Amazon. I'm sure it's other places too, but look it up. Background Check: 7 Keys to Unlocking Success in Life and Business, you guys.
Yeah.
So if he pops in here, I'm not sure what's going on. If he pops in here, we're going to get more in depth with his book. But I got it on Amazon. It just came a couple days ago. I haven't finished it. I'm halfway through the book, but I'm really inspired. And I'm only halfway through the book because I was actually doing the exercises in the book.
That's what's
I'm
up.
sitting here with my notes. I'm writing down everything. So it's very, you know, entrepreneur 101-ish.
Yeah.
Shout
out to you for doing your homework.
Oh yeah, she did.
I thought it was gonna be a book. I was just in my bed reading, and then I turned a few pages. I was reading. I said, "Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my paper and pen. I didn't know I had to do some work too." So yeah, it's very helpful. It's a reset of the mind. It's like You know how on your computer you have a lot of stuff on your computer. You had that little cleaning registry where you
Yes.
just clean out other stuff, so
Oh,
you can actually focus on the apps and the application. It's very much that. So yeah, guys, check out Realionaire Lifestyle Apparel, and that's his clothing line. There's some jumpsuits on there. There's some unisex suits on there as well. You guys, let me find a ticker. Hold on.
I got you.
You got me? Okay. Yeah, so a shout out to Realionaire Money. If you guys probably seen that I've been promoting him on the show on my pages.
Yes.
For you guys to follow him and check him out. Check out everything from music, apparel.
You have been plugging and plugging and plugging. And
Well, you know, listen, this is the perfect show, okay? The perfectly imperfect show. I am trying to make sure I'm on my A game, because if I'm bringing guests in, I want them to feel like, you know, we're bringing them in. We're not just like, come on my show to help my views go up. We're actually trying to, like the theme of the show, impact our culture, impact people in a positive way. And I want this to be a platform where people can come and not only just get plugged,
yeah,
but can teach us some stuff. We can learn some things from it, or we can teach them some. I don't know.
yeah.
So it's an all-inclusive show, and it's for everybody. So if they're doing something impactful, I definitely want them on the show.
Well, to Mr. Sean's success for even connecting him with us.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the plug. I'm sorry, Sean.
It's all good. It's all good.
It was small world, but as you guys know, I've been following his wife on Instagram for years now. So it's just like such a large world, but small at the same time. So shout out to you, Mr. Success, for
Thank you.
Plugging him, and you, Miss Clovenova, for all the promoting. Like, then Sean connected us with him, like, just every day, nonstop.
Let's go back even further. You connected me with Sean, which connected me to him. Which connected me to a spiritual awakening, which connected the show to a whole nother form of, broadcasting. Let's start there at the source.
Yeah,
so I appreciate
we're all 25 plus years in this?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, old.
That's a lot, right?
We go back like crisscross wearing their pants backwards.
Right.
Man.
That was cute.
Me and her go back when she ain't wear no socks. Okay. Okay, when it's cold outside.
Yeah, so we're going to get in touch with Mr.
Greg McNeil himself.
I'm wondering if he could call in, maybe.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm trying to do that now.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Welcome again, you guys, to the Perfectly Imperfect Show.
We are here for you.
So I'm just going to do a video collage of who we're talking about, Mr. Realionaire Money, entrepreneur, author,
Hi, Miss Nicole.
mentor. He is his book, Background Check. Go out and get the book. It's very good. It's a workbook, and it can set you up for success in life and in business. I highly recommend it. It's about 90-something pages, so it's less than that, actually, because a few pages sprinkled in there are about the work you put into it. So it's a very unique book that I've encountered, that I came across. So, yeah.
And y'all know how some books, as soon as you start reading it, it's already tired. This one, though, you're already woke. Like, one, you're woke to just order the book. Two, you're woke when you receive the book and start reading the book.
I was excited. I had the video shoot.
Motivate. Like, come on now.
Okay, guys, I got money. on the line. He thought, he got the times mixed up. He thought it was 1:00 Chicago time, which he's in Atlanta. So he said, "You about to jump on, give him a few minutes." And man, we about to talk to the. I'm about to jump on right now. We about to talk to the man himself.
He's here, you guys. Yes.
The link should be in your inbox. StreamYard is what we on. So I'm sorry. Did y'all hear any of that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we heard him.
Now, Sean.
So
all right, he said he come now. All right, money. We waiting on you.
Nicole, you can get the book on Amazon.com. I will put
get it tomorrow.
Yeah. The book came in 3 days. I ordered the book. It came in 3 days because I have Prime. So if y'all got Prime.
Hey, I got my song ready. I got a few songs off that Bars of Revelation.
Okay.
That Break Bread. Featuring that John Rice.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm excited. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the book. We're going to talk about his entrepreneurship, how he got started,
the music,
and the fitness, and like what's next for him.
And if y'all are watching us on YouTube or Facebook, please make sure you like, share, go follow us on YouTube, and let us know where you're checking in from. Also, make sure you have your pen and paper because Mr. Greg is about to drop some knowledge. So come on now. Y'all be ready.
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
Yes, and you guys are invited to tune in, to ask questions, and we will try to get to the questions as we
You know what's so inspiring about him, man? He's a good brother. I've been following him for a while, and just to know that he's from the city, the west side of Chicago, where he actually lived what he's speaking in a way that it can kind of be transformed, where he comes from an environment where it was poverty and everything like that into success. In a time in the middle of that, which he was living, man, something had to influence him become a better person and get out of his environment. I can't wait till the questions come that I have for him because I want to get to know the real Greg McNeil and man, where he's at now. It's dope.
The man behind the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was a model. I say, but man, rapping, I'm like, he cold. Like,
you know what? That might be another venture now. That you may put a CD in them now.
I'm about to start rapping next week.
Oh, come on. You better wrap that burrito up.
I'm already modern.
Modern?
Yeah, that's a new word I just came up with. Modern.
Okay.
Come on. I know you can't stand me.
Okay. He said he's okay. The link won't open up for some reason. He's not on a laptop.
Hey, yo, this is good. Let me plug this. Okay. That good belly, that immune system. Yeah,
that's very important, especially this time of year when it's getting
absolutely cold. Get your immune system up, man, for real.
I'm sipping on Milo's sweet tea.
Mixed with what?
46.
Mixed with what? That's actually a shot. Keep it 100.
No, it's not. It's not actually.
Yeah, that's a shot.
I haven't even opened my drink of choice. That Brandy's Miss Stella Rose. I finally found her. She just came out with this. She's the spokesperson. I don't know if it's hers or not, but she's a spokesperson for the Stella Rose Smooth Black. There's another kind, honey something. I want to get that kind too, but I have not opened her yet. I'm waiting for a very celebratory moment, and there he is.
I'm not a drinker, but that's a nice bottle.
Right. It's all about
is. That's why I haven't opened it. I'm like, no, let me leave her alone. Let her be
That's a nice bottle.
And before you walk in, everyone, this October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Please touch yourself to know yourself. You touch your boobs, you know your boobs. Please make sure you're getting them checked. Also, October is domestic violence. Love does not hurt.
Yes, that's a good motto, what you call it?
Y'all acknowledged everything else but Sweetie's Day, but I'm gonna let that pass. Okay.
Please let that
Go
pass.
ahead.
Okay. Yeah, turn around. Let me see. Let me see.
Put
Can't
some
do it.
hands up. Just
Because West Sweetie Day. Okay, so without further ado, you guys, we are going to bring in the man behind the bars of revelations, the entrepreneur, the author. I said I wasn't going to say Arthur. The author, the fitness director, the mentor, the artist, and so much more, Mr. Greg McNeil. Oh my God, I ain't got my claps. I'm not prepared today, y'all.
I got no clap.
Y'all clap. Mr. Art, Mr. Greg McNeil.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
How are you?
Money.
Welcome, welcome.
I apologize for the time and being off because I was actually available. What's crazy is I just left the prisons. I just left the prison out here.
Wow. Oh, that's what's up, bro.
And it was groundbreaking. They didn't want me to leave, but I told them I had other engagements, and I got here.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's dope.
I spoke to the youth and the adults and everything out there, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. Wow. That's all I can say.
That's what's
up. Man. Get ready to be flooded with the questions, bro. There's a lot to get to, bro.
Yes, we're going to dive right in it, Mr. McNeil. With the first question I want to know is, what does it mean to you to live a Realionaire lifestyle?
It means everything to me because I feel like what it stands for, like I said, is a purpose-driven individual with core values that money can't buy.
Come on.
And I believe that a lot of people move off money, and I don't value money. You know, I value people and relationships. So everything I do, there's a purpose behind it. So I don't. If I feel like it's not right, I'm not gonna align with it. I don't care how much money is involved in it. Right. So that's really it. It's just about being purpose driven, and I know that my purpose and my passion is my people. So I'm just here to do a service.
Salute to you.
Thank you.
Salute to you for that. So when did you start Realionaire Lifestyle Apparel?
Realionaire Lifestyle is a lifestyle. The apparel is just part of it. I have a herbal line too. It's called Realionaire Nutrition. That's where I do sea moss, black seed oil, bladderwrack, dandelion root, and I actually create these products myself. Like, I don't let nobody ship me some stuff and put a label on it. I actually sit down with the actual powder and capsule up my own products, because I know that a lot of stuff is sold with gelatin capsules. So I wanted to make sure I put all of my products in vegetarian capsules, so people putting the right stuff in their bodies. So I'm really hands-on with everything. Realionaire Lifestyle is just everything that it embodies.
So it is a lifestyle. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So what inspired your apparel? Like, I see the jumpsuits on there and the unisex suits. Why did you start
like these type of things right here? I just felt like I wanted to create Realionaires all over the world. And then in being a Realionaire, you look good, you feel good. So why not come up with an apparel line that's gonna be a nice quality apparel, and then just wear it. And then it rubbed off, because when I decided to become an artist, that's one of the main things they said. Like, when I perform, they like, man, you wear your brand, and it, you know, it makes a difference. And creating that awareness.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get to the music last but not least. So because I want to plug the what you have coming up too into that. We were talking earlier about impacting the culture and things that we've done or things that have impacted us. What is your go-to random act of kindness that you feel that you've done to impact the culture?
I think I move in love. I don't do anything without love involved in it. So, like, it can be a guy that can be he frowning up, this and that. I can walk right up on him, hug him, and tell him I love him. You know, that's just my nature. And it's like, he can't even be mad no more. It's like, So I do everything that I do in love. So I think that's one of my strengths. Like even like when I was in the streets, I really had no enemies because you couldn't do nothing but love me, because no matter the wrong that we were doing, everything I did, it was like I didn't want to be a part of no gang wars or any of that. I would always try to come up with a solution to everything, because you can make money if you was warring anyway. So
that's what's up.
That's true.
So yeah, I've always been about togetherness. It's just become on a higher level of positivity now, and not doing anything that's gonna harm my people.
That's good. That's good.
And when you said that, it resonated with me because before you came on, we were talking about and sharing our stories. But I was saying that it doesn't always have to be like a financial blessing to someone. You don't always have to give money. Sometimes just that smile. Like they can be mean, mugging, mad at the world, but you can smile and just say hi.
When I promise you, when I walked through the door, immediately, like it's like they all took a seat, because we weren't in it was no structure type setting. I'm actually on the decks. I'm on the decks with these guys, and they're fighting murders. They walking behind me. I'm comfortable in that element because they gravitate towards an individual like me, because I've been through those same storms that they dealing with. So it was nothing. It was like I felt like I was at home with my brothers, just sitting down having a conversation with them about bettering themselves.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Sean, you have anything? I don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's get to it. From a hustler to another hustler, you know what I'm saying? But growing up on the west side of Chicago, Greg, man, in what way did the Chicago drug game impact your life at an early age?
Majorly, because I grew up in a 2-parent home. Both mother and father were working. Everything was moving right along. And then unfortunately, they got bit by the bug. So when that happened, self-preservation had to kick in for me. I was the only boy at the time, and I had 3 sisters, and I was the middle kid. I was next to the oldest, so I had to fend for my family. At that time, my mother had bought a family home and everything, and we were in jeopardy of losing those type of things. And I was like, wait a minute, and I ended up having to do what I had to do. So that's what I tell people too, is it's unfortunate that sometimes we do become a product of our environment, and certain environments create certain things in you that probably wouldn't have been in you otherwise. So when those things happened and the self-preservation kicked in, I had no choice but to do what I had to do. And what I saw being done was drug dealing. And so much money being made off of it. And I just so happened to be able to be one of the guys who knew how to do it well.
Wow, that's what's up, man. I mean, you jumped off the porch early and got in the game, and not to glorify, you were very successful at what you did.
Yeah, not at all.
Before I ask this second question, somebody tag me on Facebook so this can be live on my page, please.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, thank you so much. I got a few more questions, man. Who is best in your family influence you, and why?
That's the crazy part about it. I think I'm the influencer of the family.
Wow.
I will say that just my father's presence alone, and him and my mother, the stick-to-itiveness, no matter what they had going on, I think that kind of influenced me. But overall, I think I've had to become the influencer, and it's like I've been setting the tone for the family, and it's like, so I took that lead. It was nothing that was really like handed to me. I just felt like it was my responsibility to try to create a different environment, start to show what building a legacy is really about, and the wealth, real wealth. It's not an easy task, and like I said, being an entrepreneur is not an easy thing. There's ups and downs, but I'm not stopping until I put us in a position where we have that type of setup.
All right, so what you're saying is you was the man in the house at an early age.
Facts.
Right? And just took control of everything, the whole environment how to move and what would your capabilities were. Man, that's dope, man, bro. That's deep, man. You said that they got bit by the bug. To them, they probably wouldn't know. If, to my understanding, did they indulge with the drugs?
Yes.
You did say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the bug? Because they probably don't know, and I want to get a better understanding. I think I know though.
It was, the crack epidemic.
I got you.
So once that, and it was like I was fighting it. So it was so crazy because they would have so many people at the house, and basically like our house went from a normal functioning house to like a smokehouse. So like my first thing was prevention. So like they'll be out partying and they'll leave the stuff laying around. I would come steal it and like hide it. But I knew how much it meant to them, and I know what people would do for it. I would never trash it. But I would steal it and act like I don't know where it's at, and they would, eventually, get it from you. Of course, back then we got real whoopings. So
I know, right? Yes.
So I could just hold it from them, but they knew they knew what I was trying to do. I knew it was a bad thing, and I didn't want them doing it, because I knew it was affecting our family as a whole,
That's crazy.
But, hey, blessings to the Creator, because one day they woke up, decided we not doing this no more, no 12-step programs, no nothing, and just stopped cold turkey.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. I gotta take a break. Give me 1 second. I gotta take a break. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I read a little bit about that in the book. I'm halfway through it, and what I found interesting about your book is that it's not just a book. You are giving people homework. You're giving them assignments. I love it. I started doing my assignments too.
Nice. Yeah, I put those chapter tasks in there. Yeah.
I have my work cut out for me. I started on it because I thought it was gonna be a nighttime read. I'm like, okay, it's not that big. I could just sit in the bed. I had to get up, cut my light on, get my pen, get my pen.
Nice.
That want me to do something.
That was the game plan behind it, because I know if you put it in writing, now we taking those extra steps.
Exactly, and I love.
Greg, is it really true that you counted your first million at 21?
Yeah, probably was 20.
What?
Wow.
I was doing something wrong.
In cash.
We all are.
Okay.
Nah, I was doing something wrong.
Now you say you was on the west side of Chicago?
I was doing something wrong. That's the thing.
I was in the wrong area of Chicago. I should have been right there.
I want to get to this next question. How do you view the streets now in this generation with the music and the drug addictions among the youth?
I think it's unfortunate, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I self-taught myself to do music, because nobody wants to accept responsibility. We all blame it on the parents. The parents take some form of responsibility for sure, but what about that parent that's working 12 hours a day, still got to come home, cook, clean, do all that? They don't have time to monitor every step of these kids' lives. But know who's know what's happening though? These kids are on the internet. They seeing all this negativity being glorified. So that's helping raise the kids. So nobody was talking about the flip side. So me, although I can speak to my past so it can be relatable to them, I also have to speak to the flip side of what happened because of a past that's out here being glorified.
I love that. I love that.
I ain't even halfway finished, but go ahead. Go ahead. That's good knowledge, bro.
And I say that because it's being glorified, and it's like that's what they want to play. Like they don't want to put a person who's trying to educate the youth and show them that there's a different way. They want to dumb it down and have us ignorant and think that drinking lean and popping pills and all this is the thing to do. That's why I want to hold stations like WGCI 92.3. They got to be held accountable for this type of thing. Once my stuff hit the moon, we got to hold them accountable for it, because do y'all really want to change the direction of where we're going right now? Or do y'all want to constantly report bad news? And we've already become desensitized to it because it's the norm for us.
So sad.
Being the change that you want to see in your community is very important.
That's epic, man. Epic.
And I felt like and that's why I like content, because it's motivation. You have to think a guy who was on such a level that I was on in the streets to humble himself. I went and worked at a LA Fitness. I was making $7 an hour. I had worked like 70 hours, and they gave me a check for $440. How humbling is that? You know, and it showed them like, man, if money could do this, I know for a fact I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, you know, continue to go down this path that I've been going down and getting the same results from it.
And you guys can get more of that information on the book, because the book is very informative. Everything he's talking about right now is inside of this
background book. Check.
Go on Amazon, you guys. 7 keys to unlocking success in life and business. Do you want to share what those keys are without going too far in detail?
Well, basically, the book is really like a life guide to me.
Yes.
You know, so I took everything like in my life. See, I know when people saw background, they like, oh, here we go. Another jail book. You know, or somebody got out of jail. Look. No, seriously, you think, you know, people who with a shallow mind think like, oh, God, he got out of jail.
Yeah.
Story, like it's a Zane book.
Yeah.
And I knew that though. I knew that, but I knew what I was doing, because the one thing about the title, let me speak to the title first. Background check. This is what causes the back and forth into prisons, because you have to check that box. So when I came home, you're trying to find employment, right? Mm-hmm. They ask you, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Wow.
You check the box, chances are you're not getting that job. You want to be truthful though.
Yeah.
Now, what about trying to find somewhere to live? If you're on the application, they ask you, have you been convicted of a felony?
Wow.
Yeah. So now, chances are you're not going to get that place to live.
Yeah.
So now what do I do as a person with a street mentality besides resort to what I know? And then resorting to what I know could put me back in a place that I had just left.
Yeah.
So that's why I consider myself the mindset shifter, because it takes a strong mind to deal with those obstacles and continue to take those no's and still know that you still have to keep pressing forward because you don't want to go down that path that you once led.
Yeah.
I got a question, bro. Why you not running for any type of officials or office, bro? No alderman. I mean, come on, man. What's going on? There's too much knowledge, bro. There's too much knowledge.
They told me I got to come back to the city and turn it upside down.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, real quick, man, to piggyback on what you were saying, I just look at where the youth need to be guided at a point where they can understand who they are, right? So it's take brothers like you and me to really get out there to do our concrete assignment. I spoke on that yesterday, bro. What is your assignment and the type of effect that you would have doing your assignment to the youth?
My thing with the youth is helping them find their why. Because once they find their why, they'll find their purpose, and then they can live out their purpose. And I always I ask the question. I ask them. I say, I actually tell them. I say, I live my life the way I want to leave my life. You want to leave your life as saying, oh, he was a real end, or he was savage, or he was a demon, then have fun with that. But most people are gonna answer that question and saying that they don't want to be that person. So they want to leave a different type of legacy. So when you find your why, and now you start to simmer in that purpose, now we creating Realionaires for real. Because now your mindset is shifted and you become a new man. But in the meantime, between time, you gotta that's an ongoing battle, because they look at it like the youth has an issue with the older guys. The older guys have an issue with the youth. So it's like a clash of heads, because there's not a lot of cooler head like individuals like myself who see it from both sides of the coin. Like I just went and sat with 50 of them, and they were real receptive to what I was saying, and I was very receptive to what they were saying. There has to be a common ground and a dialogue that can go both ways without it leading to something else, because it never has to lead to anything else but the egos. And I remember I used to be this, I remember that, you know what I'm saying? And people live in that instead of let's just be grown men at this point, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to find a way to eliminate the crab in the bucket syndrome and start to use that bucket as a ladder where we just helping each other stack on top of each other until we get everybody out the bucket.
Real talk. Nicole Hill said every man in Chicago need this book.
Yes, I
Shout
agree.
out to
Yes.
her. She's our next guest next
I
week.
agree.
Can't wait to see you.
Wow.
Yes.
Man, it takes me to another question, bro.
No, hey, listen, I'm an open book, and I'm this is what this is what I was created to do. So
Here it is.
Awesome.
You got 3 or 4 sons.
Me, I have four biological sons, but I do have.
Okay, he broke up.
My son as well.
All right, cool. Have your sons read this book, the ones that can understand it?
I'm in an ongoing battle with my sons. Like
Wow.
I moved my sons down here.
Yeah.
They told me, "Oh, Dad, this too slow for us."
Wow.
Because they know what they know.
Yeah.
And they caught up in what they know. So they call me Dr. King when I call him. What now, Dr. King?
Wow.
Because like you said, the Chicago street mentality, everything, and it's crazy because you can have a father like me and you're still like trapped into that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, my boys, they good boys. And like one of my kids I've had since he was in 3rd grade, I actually took him from Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now he's a junior in high school. He's flourishing.
Good move. Good move.
Yeah.
Hey, I see your sons. One of them got skills on the court, bro.
That's him. Yeah, he's
that's
been
him?
here with me since 3rd grade.
Yo, he nice. He remind me with the rock.
Yeah. he take after me, but I'm living vicariously through him now.
There you go.
Wow.
That's what's up, man.
But
Go
yeah,
ahead,
so
because
it's like
my last question.
that's an uphill battle, man. Sometimes I'm kind of I'm hurt behind it because I understand that I played a role in that. Because you got to think, I did almost 5 years federal in critical time in their lives, you know. So, and it was like I said, it was a 25-year sentence that I was sentenced to. So I'm just blessed to be out here for them to even be calling me Dr. King right now.
Hey,
It's honest you to be called that.
Right. So
they may
so
mean it as something bad.
I take some of the fault. I don't put it all on them like them. They just stubborn and bullheaded. It's just a process, and I'm okay with saying that.
When you was in the feds, man, what made you like really get to the point, or just had a time where you thought about like what would be my next move when I get up out of here, and why?
I think it was immediately, like once I got sentenced to 25 years. Like this is not a joke. Like I really was in there acting as if I was in college. I was making preparations for a return to society when my out date was 2027, and this was 2005. I was already making preparations. Like I never really understood the harm that I caused my community until I actually sat down. That's why I feel like I went to college, but the best college for me was the federal prison system, because when I was incarcerated, I really sat down and like, man, all the good I did, but what about the bad? And once I really sat down and looked at the bad, it was like that mother, that father, that uncle, that aunt who stayed on my blocks buying drugs. They weren't able to nurture their children. And that kid could have been a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, or an athlete, but they fell short from that because their mother was strung out on a product that I was providing. And once I really understood that, I could never go back to that again. So when I got my conviction overturned, my sentence vacated, you would think, oh man, the city was like, oh, money home. So they thought it was about to be business as usual. When it come out, we're going to flood the city because I was solid. You're a stand-up guy, so they're going to give you any and everything you ask for because they know you're not telling. Sky's the limit for what I could have did from a negative.
Sound like every hood movie I've seen.
I know, right?
So
you need a documentary, bro.
oh, I know I do, man.
It's
Yes,
coming, bro.
I
It's
hope
a lot
you
of
have
coming.
moving
somebody
parts.
filming your whole
It's
journey.
coming.
Yeah, so when I came home, I could have did that, but I'd rather struggle than to go back to a lifestyle that I know hurt my people.
Mm.
So that I could have took the easy way out for sure. They was gonna give me whatever I asked for.
I feel like you definitely have the voice to speak to a wide range of generations, the old school heads who still think they're young, doing the same thing, and the
Yep.
newer
Thank
upcoming
you. I
youth. So
appreciate
you
that.
have that flexibility to touch on, the generations.
I appreciate it.
And I hope that at some
And then I
point,
told the youngsters how old I was. They like, ain't no way. Look, they
You
But
ain't
you've
safe,
been doing
bro.
it since an early age, charging, what was it, $9
oh yeah, I used to sell
for the
fortune
video
cookies.
game?
Yeah,
who
fortune
sells
cookies. I used my
fortune
video
cookies?
game
Who
since I was
sells
young.
fortune cookies?
A hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was
crazy
when I
already.
read that, I was like,
Yeah,
charging
so
people
money
to
didn't
play
come
his
from the streets. Like
Nintendo.
I didn't get my name from the streets. My name came from my parents at an early age because of how I was hustling.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Sold
hope to
fortune cookies.
Yeah, my
I hope
father
one
worked for
day.
a company, an
I hope
Asian
they,
company,
Oh, okay.
and they produced fortune cookies, almond cookies, and all that type of stuff. And he would
Wow.
bring them home by the boatload, and I would sell them 3 cents, 3 cents,
Man, dude,
2 to
that's what's
5
up,
cents.
man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
I got this last question for me. I don't know about the ladies.
Mhm.
Current, you just currently lost your mom about a year or
Yeah,
two.
a little over a year ago. Yeah.
My condolences to
Was
you.
that
Thank you.
bonuses to you.
did that spark the another move in you to where you can become the best parent you can be to your kids, and then getting into the music industry?
I think what it did was it showed me that time waits for no one
Yes.
and the importance of time, and loving on your people. And then I didn't want to be in a dark space, and I don't think she wanted me to be in a dark space because I'm a happy person.
Yeah.
So that's how the writing came about. Like prior to that, I was looking for it. I still wanted to put my message out, but I wanted to do it through like a ghostwriter, like, man, because I don't rap. I didn't know nothing about no rapping or nothing like this. I went to the spirit was moving in me so crazy. I went to Guitar Center myself and went and bought a basic setup, and I self-taught myself how to record myself. And then when everybody thought I was playing, I self-taught myself how to tell my story through lyrics.
Yep.
So the writing has become so therapeutic, and it's kept me from grieving, which we have our moments. Like I might cry daily for a moment about my mother, but the writing, if without this writing and doing that, what I'm doing, I don't think I would still be in a dark space, because my mom actually moved down here. She wanted me away from the street so bad. She moved to Georgia to make it feel like home for me while I was trying to create an entrepreneurship life.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. Are you a philosopher? Yes. 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 Yo, that's dope, man. I'm done, man. That's dope, bro.
Okay, well, if there aren't any other questions, I do want to dive into your next event coming up, your album release party for Bars of Revelation, you guys. So can you tell us about this event? Like, are you performing the song? Are you performing all of them, or
definitely?
some of them?
What's crazy is I did a listening party, like when I was 3 months into this vision, and like over 200 people showed up. Like, they were very receptive to what I was doing, and I explained to them what it was: no sexism, no glorification of drugs, and all that, because people want that. It's a lot of people that like the other side of it, but a lot of people want to hear something that's refreshing.
Yeah.
And I actually gave them that. So yeah, of course I'm performing. I'm on my grown man time. It's it's gonna be a great show.
Man, your music is substance to me, man. That's what I was telling them, being 44 years old, bro. I grew up in an era where music motivated you to take care of your family, even though it was a risk if you got in the street. but it was substance. Like, man, this is common, Joe. If I can apply some things to my life to move forward, it would be old hip hop, bro.
Right.
So this era here
No,
is iffy, man. It's confusing.
It's not really iffy. They telling you
demonic.
get high,
Yeah,
do drugs, commit suicide,
absolutely,
kill people.
Absolutely. It's a bad spirit in some of this music today, bro.
And I'm happy those brothers have created a way to change the lives of themselves and their families. I don't have any problem with that. Any platform I've went on, I've not down talked any of them. Do I like what the content? No, I'm not a fan of it. But the place where they put themselves in a position where they can start to build generational wealth for their families, I'm okay with that. The only thing I ask and I challenge these artists to do is to speak to the flip side of what y'all been glorifying.
Come on.
Yes.
But that's not what they're gonna do because of this.
Yes. It's not trendy. They don't.
So me, I could have went that route and talked about all this, what I'm doing, what I've been doing, and all this and that, and I probably could have did well with it. I probably would have had a deal already. But since I don't value the money aspect of it, and I'm more into, being the change, then my process is gonna be a little longer, and I'm okay with that.
But all right, man. Nonetheless,
whenever you're ready to, put me in the studio, I'm good.
Whenever you're ready, look.
In one of your songs, you said that your life extends when you are with the right team.
Yeah. You really listening. You're really listening, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
Before you came on, we were talking about like different artists and how we felt about the music. And I didn't mention your name because you wasn't on yet. But your lyrics is the truth. Like, I could see me listening to it with my 7-year-old daughter sitting right here, knowing that you're not talking about, you're about to shoot the club up or booty shaking. So
none of that.
I salute you. Like,
thank you.
Your music, you're gonna go so far. Like, obviously, it was already instilled in you. You've been doing this since you were a little kid. So I salute you. Keep it up. I've been following your wife on social media for many years, and I didn't know that it was you. So when I started doing my research, I was like, "Wait, I seen this wedding."
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Raheem Devon all at the wedding. I was like, "Look at my man!" Like,
yeah. So salute, congratulations, much success, many blessings to you and your entire family and staff. And I just personally thank you for taking the time out to come and chat with us.
Oh, anytime. This is what I'm about. I just feel like if we don't do it, who gonna do it?
Yes. That's the whole point of this whole, platform, is just to uplift people that are doing something positive in the community and to hopefully inspire and encourage other people to do something more meaningful and impactful.
I literally left the prison. And like, man, I gotta go because they're trying to keep me to like 3:00 today. I'm like, nah, I gotta go be with my people now.
Hey, we didn't ask this question.
Get an album, huh?
We didn't ask this question, Money. Are you making another album, bro? Right? Are you pushing the envelope to be?
I have like 4 or 5 albums done, honestly, already done.
Come on.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, like I never recorded, and I got over 90 songs recorded.
Wow.
We got 16 of them, and they all are similar in content. Like when I go in these studios, like I've been in the studio like KRS-One, all these type of guys, and they're like, how do you sustain, not him per se, but artists in general, like how do you sustain putting out quality music that don't sound redundant, and you're not talking about no N, no B word, and no kid. It's been given to me, and I don't take it for granted. So whenever I feel something coming on me, I pull my notes out and I start taking notes and writing. I just recorded 5 songs like 3 or 4 days ago. The engineer like, dude, you crazy? Like, how'd you?
Wow.
That's amazing. Man. That is amazing. I'm dropping me an album next week.
Hey,
now another question we ain't asked. Now, when you drop your next albums, will you come back and share that journey with us?
Man, I can share whatever with y'all whenever y'all want me on the show. It don't have to just be about the album. It can be. I got a subject. I just want G on here with us and money coming.
Come on.
Okay, that'd be great, man. Oh,
Nah,
the partner who wrote the book with you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can get my partner on too.
Oh but yeah, that would be dope.
With him, he played an intricate part, but we played an intricate part in each other's lives. Like I met him when I came to Chicago. I mean, when I came to Georgia, and like I said, I had to check that box. He's the reason I even went to LA Fitness for 2 weeks, because he was a former felon. And he had to pull some strings to get me even in there for the 2 weeks. But what I say about that is, just for him doing that, when I realized that LA Fitness was just a stepping stone, I went back and got him. And I asked him a question. I said, do you want to work for these people for the rest of your life? Or do you want to become your own boss where you can create something that you can pass down to your kids? He was making $60,000 a year over there. He quit his job. We had one client apiece. We had one client.
Wow.
So he trusted me that much that we were gonna make. And he didn't know me from a can of paint. Quit his job. We outgrew our business within the first year.
Wow.
We jumped to another business after that, and then ever since then, I can't say he followed my lead, but I'm the big bro, and I'm a thinker.
Come on.
But like, I just erect businesses like this. Like I can fall asleep right now, and I come up with a new idea. And he ain't been opposed to nothing. We just been rocking ever since.
Wow. Wow, man.
And if that ain't inspiring to those watching and listening, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that's a gift, bro. That's a gift, man.
Well, we really enjoyed you for coming by here, and we
Yes, sir.
I hope that whoever watches this, whether they're watching live right now or they're watching 5-10 years from now, they just stumble across this video and are inspired to one, have a different mindset if they're doing something negative in the world, and two, if I've learned anything from it, it's all about the company you keep that will help you move forward as well.
I agree.
You know, we're nothing if we're not something together, right?
Team building.
Yes.
Like I say in lyrics, I say they don't fear the gangster. Unity is what they fear. They fear the unity.
Oh.
Hey, look, it go right over somebody's head.
they don't fear that. We can do that. They don't care.
Man, bro.
No. But when we start getting together like this and start, sharing new ideas and avenues and ways to better ourselves, that's the problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Knowledge is key. Knowledge is key.
It is.
Well,
I
had a great time, bro. I
appreciate you for always supporting, man. And and hey, it's man.
And if y'all, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I say this just the beginning.
Well, man, for me, man, when I recognize real, man, and I love good brothers that show genuine love back. If there's no hate in you, bro, I see that you do a lot for the community, man, and so forth. And plus the mentorship, that's something I've been in for a long time. And just connecting with brothers like you and more brothers that I know, it's an honor, man, and it's a pleasure to give back our time to the community, bro. Some of them we gonna get, but the other ones, hey, it is what it is. But the ones we do try to save, right? God gonna reward us, bro. So I commend you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
That's the thing. Like even when I went into the, I didn't expect everybody to be as receptive as they were right off the bat, but it was like I had everybody's undivided attention. Even guys who got out of their bed and they up on the top tier, they looking down off the tier, like fully undivided attention. And I had bought one of the books with me, and man, can we have a book? I left the book. They like, man, we all gonna read it and try to apply it. It was like, man, that was just a surreal. Like that's like a highlight of my life. Like, because I was like in the jungle, like we in the jungle. Like it wasn't like I was sheltered off. And they mentioned artists coming before, like, because I don't consider myself as no rapper, but they mentioned high profile artists coming, and they said they got nothing like what they got from me from those artists.
Yeah.
You're real. You're authentic. So
yeah, they said they could tell it was genuine.
Yeah, for sure.
Genuine. Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, keep doing what you're doing. I salute you.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all.
Y'all, that was that.
All right, Greg, love, bro. I got your number,
Everybody
man.
get the book.
Y'all don't have to worry about me getting on one of these big platforms and forgetting, you know, y'all that we did this.
What I tell you? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all?
You don't have to worry about that.
that.
You don't have to worry about that.
Because as you know, we just started this podcast.
Yes.
So like, just it's an honor to.
I don't care if it was just us talking to us.
Yeah.
Somebody in the future is gonna gain something from what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And I don't care if it's once my situation takes off and they go back and revisit the interview and then it helps blow the podcast, or once I take off and I come back and we do our interviews and now they had no choice but to fall in line, which a lot of them do after that. Once somebody else catches on to it, now they want to come follow a movement when they should have been following and supporting the movement.
Man, I love you, bro.
Man,
I love you, man. Thank you, man. We needed that, bro.
Fire. Like,
Yo, give us one bar off your favorite song before you go, bro.
Ooh.
Okay.
When talking to the youth, I use this bar. I say, poverty stricken. Some of us was poverty driven. Kind of how I ended up chefing up in poverty's kitchen, trying to whip my way out of hell. We ended up in the prison. Didn't have many options, young and reckless living. And I said, and then I continued. I said, Whitney wasn't lying when she said crack was whack. 500-to-1 ratio really hurting the blacks. And then it's a talking piece, because when I say 500-to-1 ratio really hurting the blacks, the federal system is set up to where you can get caught with 1 gram of what they consider crack cocaine, and it's the equivalent to getting caught with 1/2 kilogram of powder. It shouldn't be that way, but the system is designed to hurt us. Yeah. How could you get caught with something that's going to serve way more people and get the same time that I get
serving one?
Something that's going to serve 2 people.
That's dope.
Wow.
Gems, y'all. It's gems.
So when I educate them, I can break the bars down and explain to them why I say what I say. Like, I don't take no bars off. Like, every time I say something, you ask me, it was a meaning behind why I said what I said.
Wow.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was.
That's a bar. I'm about to go listen to that right now.
Yes, stream Bars of Revelation on all streaming platforms. I'm following him on Spotify. It's going to be playing in the car. I can't wait to play it for my mom so she can hear it. And for Miss Coco not to even like rap music or not be into rap, for her.
I performed at church. I performed at a church 2 weeks ago, and they like, all of your music you can just go anywhere and just play it. Like, this is what the pastor was saying. He like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We need more music.
So Kirk Franklin, get in tune, get in touch with him.
No.
Oh no?
No.
I like you say no. He got a platform. We're reaching
Yolanda Adams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Yolanda, but Kurt, he hot right now. We don't need him right now. He hot right now, bro. We don't need him.
Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
We cannot wait to see you again. Thank you for stopping by Clover Nova Notes. You guys buy the book, stream the music, and don't forget about the live listening party coming up in Chicago.
This Sunday,
October 23rd at 7 p.m. at Heavenly Occasions. The address is 8238 South Cicero in Burbank, Illinois. And come out and listen to some music that's going to make you think, inspire you, empower you, motivate you.
I couldn't have said it better.
Not have your kids popping pills and shooting up and booty dropping and all that. So
yeah, I couldn't have said it better.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love.
Great interview.
Yes.
Great interview.
That was dope. I can't wait for him to come back. most importantly, I can't wait to see hear the new album too.
Yes, all those songs, like, oh my God, I am ready for them to just drop. Like, let's go. See,
Yes.
that's the music that I will listen to. Again, the music I wouldn't listen to is all the, Lil Durk and
Don't
all
stop.
the yeah, like no, but
I
Greg,
went back too far.
he's the truth. Like his
Yeah.
words, like the lyrics, like if you just listen, I mean, you hear everything he's saying. It's a
Not
message.
mumble rap.
Yeah, it's a message
Not,
for everything. Oh my God, he's incredible, y'all. Make
yeah.
sure y'all go and check him out. Follow him. He's on YouTube. Get the book. Oh my God.
Yes.
So awesome.
Okay. So this is the time of the show where I give my quote, and then we end it with a prayer. And
Shout out to Nicole.
yes, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Gorilla One.
We both.
You guys are on YouTube. If you guys are commenting on Facebook, we will definitely respond on Facebook. I thought I had it set up so all the Facebook and YouTube comments will come, but that's not. So don't think I'm ignoring you guys if you're on Facebook. I'm not.
And I can't see them either, guys. Last week we were able to see them both, but it's all good. We appreciate the love.
We're gonna get it together.
Thank you all for hanging out with us today on Clover Nova Notes.
Yes.
Yes.
So today's show's quote is from Michelle Obama. I pulled it up last minute because I was trying to think of something that would impact our community and our culture and our youth. And this one is from Michelle Obama. It says, "History has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own." So I want to encourage everyone to monitor the company you keep. If you want to follow anybody, follow someone who inspires you to be better.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Hang around. If you look back on your friends and they're doing the same thing they were doing 5 years ago, you might be in that same category. You might be stagnant in life. I know I was for a very, very, very long time. So I'm blessed to have my two co-hosts here who are constantly pushing me forward, constantly pushing me to be a better me, constantly pushing me to think more about my future. And with that being said, what's today's question for you guys? I have a question. I put it on here for you guys. What is a very impactful moment in your life, whether someone impacted you or you impacted someone else? Please leave that in the comment below. We would love to hear it. And when we start the next show, yours might get read. Yours might be something that was truly impactful enough for us to read that and share it with everyone else on the next show. I'm looking forward to reading you guys' comments. And end this with the prayer. I'm not an expert prayer, y'all. So speaking on this, history has taught us that courage can be contagious. I'm going to attempt to lead us out with the prayer today.
Yes.
Because I wasn't going to do it. I had talked to Miss Coco. I said, Miss Coco, I know you and Mr. Sean Success been doing the prayers and everything. So y'all kind of want to switch that up again. And, and she was just like, I did it last time. So, okay. So let's go. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for bringing me to where I'm at right now with two people who are inspiring me, who are guiding me in ways I never thought they would guide me. I want you to continue to bless me, my mom, and my two co-hosts, and everybody listening and watching this show. Continue to do what you do best. That's bless everyone who needs it. And I just pray that you continue to shine your blessings upon everyone. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. That was amazing. That was great.
Great job.
I'm connecting with the Lord. He's on speed dial. I don't know nothing by heart, but I'm gonna learn it. Okay.
Jesus. That's
it.
Jesus.
Hey!
Okay.
And let me tell you, and those that are watching or will watch this, Clovis says she's not an expert in praying. There is no such thing. You are just praying to God himself. All you have to do is speak to him.
Yeah.
So don't feel like, oh, I can't pray. I'm not a good prayer. There is no such thing. Talk to God. He would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, Miss Coco. That's good.
That was perfect. I think we should just end it right there. That was perfect.
Well, thank you all for watching. Come back and check us out next Monday. Same time, same platforms.
Peace.
Hold on. You know what? Okay. I had an ending that I didn't put on here, but next time, y'all, this is the Imperfect Perfect Show. Bye-bye.